Hey, what's up guys? Ryan here from ExtremeTerrain, and today I'm here with the Borla Touring Axle-Back Exhaust with black tips, fitting your 2018 and up Jeep Wrangler JL with that 3.6 liter motor. This is going to be for the JL owners that are looking to ditch that factory muffler for a little more grunt and sound out of their Wrangler. Now, exhaust upgrades are great for the Wrangler because you're normally going to get a little more low-end torque, and this is great for a ton of applications. Whether you're playing around on the trails, towing, or if you're looking to make your daily commute just a little more enjoyable, you should be checking out this exhaust system from Borla. That system's going to free up exhaust flow over that factory muffler. It's going to give you a little more power and sound, which is going to result in unlocking some ponies that you didn't even know you had. Now, axle-back systems are going to range anywhere from $300 all the way up to $850, and currently this one is coming in right around $640. Now, this is a little on the high side, but you get exactly what you pay for. I think that it is well worth the money for a high-quality stainless steel system from a very reputable company, one of the best names in the business, and especially for the fit and quality that you're getting with this system. Now, these systems can range anywhere from standard steel with an aluminized coating on the lower scale all the way up to 304 stainless steel. Now, of course, those cheaper systems are going to be more affordable, but they're not going to last as long as a high-quality stainless steel. You're going to pay a little more for that stainless steel option, but it's going to last you a long time. Now, this one is made from high-quality stainless steel, and on top of that, it has a very nice high-temp black powder coating, which is going to make it last a long time, and it's well worth the money. With this system, you're getting the symmetry of a dual exhaust system, which is going to give you a really nice look. And of course, it is black, which is going to add to that aggressive off-road styling. Like I said, Borla makes some of the best exhaust systems in the aftermarket, and they make a number of systems ranging from mild to wild. So you want to make sure that you pick the right exhaust system for your liking. Now, as far as sound goes, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to rate this about a 2 out of 5. This system is a little louder than your stock exhaust system, and it's going to give you a very nice rumble and tone with minimal drone, but it's really not going to be overbearing. As far as installation goes, I'm going to give this a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, as you can get this system installed in about 2 hours, and you just need basic hand tools. Now, with that being said, let's hop into the install. Tools we use for this install: 3/8 drive impact, socket extensions, 13mm wrench, 15mm socket, 13mm socket, exhaust hanger removal tool, and some lubricant. Install is relatively simple. We are going to be switching out our muffler right here. So there's not a lot that holds us in. We got 2 hangers, one on each side, and we also have a band clamp that we need to loosen for the over the axle pipe. Now, I have the Jeep up on the lift because it's just a lot easier for you guys to see exactly what I'm doing, and also for me to access all this stuff. But you don't have to do it on a lift. You can totally do it on the ground. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to loosen up that band clamp. So I'm going to take an impact with a 15mm socket. We're going to get up in there and loosen up that clamp. Loosen it up a little more. You just want to get this clamp pretty loose. It's just a band clamp. After that, I'll slide off. So now we're going to work on getting our hangers off. So after you get the clamp off, the next thing we're going to do is get our hangers off. Now, it's really hard to get the muffler out of these rubber hangers. There's not really much room to get in there. So what we're actually going to do is unbolt the mounts. So you're going to have a bolt right here, and you're also going to have a bolt at the very top. You can see the tip of it poking out. Both of these are going to be a 13mm. So I'm going to do the top one first. I'm going to use a 13mm socket on a long extension to get that out. Now the next one, the bottom one, I'm going to use a 13mm wrench, because that, once again, is a very tight spot. I'm just going to crack that loose, and then we'll get that bolt all the way out. So now we'll move over to the other side. We'll do that same thing. First thing we're going to do is take out that top bolt, and once we get ready to take out that bottom bolt, we're going to support our muffler at the same time. So basically what you want to do, you want to support your muffler at this point in time, because we're ready to take out this last bolt for the last mount. You can get someone to hold it for you, you can hold it yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just holding it up with my hand. I'm going to take this last bolt out. That's going to free up that mount. And then we'll go ahead and pull the whole muffler assembly up. So we're going to slide both of these mounts out of the frame brackets. Once we get it down, we're gonna hold both sides of it. All right, so we got the stock muffler out, which was a pretty easy uninstall, and we're just about ready to get this new exhaust system installed. But before we do that, I want to talk about some of the differences between these two systems, as well as some of the benefits that you're going to get from an aftermarket system such as this. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is your factory system. Now, you can see the first part that the exhaust enters from your over-the-axle pipe into this system is going to be this little neck right here. You can see that this neck is crushed, kind of looking like a Cobra. What that's going to do is it's going to change up airflow, it's going to cause turbulence. Now over here, you're going to see that on this system, you have a very nice entrance, and this is mandrel bend tubing. So this is going to be the same size all the way through, and it has very nice curves, unlike crushed pipe, which is going to have crushed little sections in there in the bends. Now after it gets through that piping, the next thing it's going to do is enter this muffler. It's going to enter this rather large muffler, and the whole point of this muffler is to decrease sound. Now in doing so, that's also going to hinder flow, which is going to hinder performance and cause back pressure. Your engine's going to work very hard to not only draw air in, but to get that exhaust out. And you can see over here that this muffler is a very tiny muffler, and this is a high flow muffler. Borla uses a single core design to create high flow and a very nice sound. Now your stock system is going to have a single exit. Now this is a dual exit system. It's giving you very nice symmetry, and also because it has two exits, that's going to increase flow as well. This piping is 2.5 inches, so this is going to bolt right up, and they even give you a brand new clamp. They finish it off with these very nice tips, and these are 3.5 inch tips, which are going to add to that very nice styling of your Wrangler. Now your stock system is an aluminized steel, and while it does a pretty good job at handling up to corrosion, this system is going to be stainless steel. So stainless steel is way more corrosion resistant. Now you're going to pay a little more for a stainless steel system, but you're not going to deal with rust issues that you're going to deal with an aluminized steel. So if you're an avid off-roader, you really like getting in the mud, driving over rocks, going through really tough trails, or if you live on the East Coast where we have a lot of salt, we deal with really wet conditions, you really want to spend the extra money on a stainless steel system. It's going to last a lot longer, it's going to handle up a lot better. Now for those of you that are not a fan of shiny chrome and shiny exhaust systems, Borla has coated this in a very nice black powder coating that's going to add to that aggressive styling. It's also going to add even more corrosion protection for this whole system. Like I said, this system is completely bolt on. All we have to do is switch over these hangers. We got a brand new clamp to install. So with that being said, let's get these switched over to the new system, show you how to get it installed and what it looks like on the Jeep. I'm going to use an exhaust hanger removal tool, and I'm just going to pop this one off and slide it over on the other one. Now, if they are causing a little bit of an issue, you can always lube them up with some rust busting lubricant like WD-40 or what do we got, PB Blaster. So what I'm going to do is just take some of this stuff, PB Blaster, I'm going to spray that, lube it up a little bit, and then that's going to allow me to slide that right on. And you can just take a rag, wipe the excess off. And we do the same thing for the other side. So at this point in time, all we have to do is throw the muffler up there and then get it connected. We have to re-hook both of those mounts, and of course we're going to start with that over the axle pipe and just wiggle this thing on. Now I did put my clamp on. I oriented it the same exact way that the factory one is. That way we have access to it when we want to tighten it up and it's in there. Now I would recommend grabbing a friend to help you get this up there and wiggle it in, and that way you can have someone hold it while you get these mounts in. So I'm going to pick it up and we'll get started. So I'm going to slide this little section up into that little bracket that we have up there. And then all we're going to do is just put our factory bolts back in. So we can start with this bottom one here. It's easily accessible. Get that one. We'll get this top one started. So while we're on this side, we're going to go ahead and tighten it up. We're going to use those same 13 millimeters. And what we want to do when we do this is just push this up in the air just a little bit. We'll use our trusty 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench. Tighten up that last bolt, and then we'll move on to the other side. We'll swing our other clamp up, get those bolts started. And same thing, we're going to go ahead and tighten these up. So the last thing we have to do is tighten this clamp right here. What we're going to do is use that same 15mm socket to tighten it up. Once you get it tightened up, you can torque it down to 32 to 35 foot-pounds of torque. So that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. For more videos and products like this, check us out at ExtremeTerrain.com.